So welcome, Rowan. What brings you out to Australia at this point?
So coming out to visit partners like yourself, really looking forward to meeting customers while we're down here and just talking about Planful and evangelising Planful here in the Australian and New Zealand market.
So can you tell us a little bit about Planful's journey in the US and here?
Yeah, sure. So Planful, we have about 1,350 customers now, probably 1,400 at last count globally. So we're headquartered out of San Francisco and we have customers all across the globe. So we've probably got about 75,000 plus users across the world. We've got a large customer base in the US and then an emerging customer base out in Europe, headquartered coming out of our London office, and then also here out of APAC through partners like yourself.
So Rowan, what are the biggest issues that you see and the challenges that you're solving for CFOs today?
Sure. Well, I think we can all attest to how fast things are changing, and that change has just continued to increase in its velocity. If we think about geopolitical issues, global pandemics, so the need for change and the change that's happening on businesses every day is increasing. We also have the increasing pressure and the increasing scope of the CFO. CFOs are responsible for more digital transformation than they have been before, and there's increasing regulation on CFOs now, specifically with all of the ESG regulations that are coming out and stakeholders trying to force businesses to be more efficient. And one of the lenses with which they're seeing that efficiency come is through the role that AI can play inside of businesses. And unfortunately, for most CFOs, there's a skills gap inside the office of CFO with, do they have the skill and the talent to leverage AI to actually help find those efficiencies? And quite often, AI-based skill sets have been more focused on the growth side of the business and not focused on the CFO side of the business. So there's a disconnect there. And obviously with the role of AI then becomes the role of automation and technology. And there's an increasing pressure on CFOs to adopt technology to find those efficiencies. And again, I think they've been laggards in that respect. And so they'd be the biggest challenges that we see from putting pressure on the CFO right now. And it's a really interesting time for the office of the CFO, given their ability to help navigate many of their businesses through what's going on right now.
Can you tell us a little bit about Planful's AI strategy?
Yeah, sure. So inside of Planful, we've built what we call Planful Predict. And Planful Predict is a contextual-based AI solution that allows users to interact with the AI as if it was just a normal product in our homes, right? Think about Alexa. Why do we all love Alexa and all the other apps out there? It's because they just work. They provide the answers that we're looking for. 10, 15 years ago, they didn't just work. If we all remember those translation services or those tools that we all use, transcription services, they were terrible. Well, now those tools, they've got far greater accuracy and they're far easier to use. And so the way that Planful has built its AI into the application is to make it easy to use, ensure that it just works. And we also wanted to develop for that issue that I was talking about before, which is the skill set gap. So people don't have the skill sets right now to build custom AI models and sit there and develop in Python typically. And so Planful has built with that in mind, that we're going to just give the power of the AI to the user, but do it in a contextual way where they don't need to know how the AI works.
Rowan, so tell me why CFOs should consider Planful as one of their solutions.
Sure. Well, I think there's a few methods or a few answers in that, a few themes. And the first theme I would say is the depth and breadth of the product, right? Taking you from close all the way through to planning. And so that depth and that breadth, we can help consolidate the books if you're running multiple entities or running multiple businesses. We can help you do all your structured financial planning. But we can also help in that really detailed operational planning that's outside typically the office of CFO. So really bring the business back together, increase cycle time. So, with tools like the Budget Manager experience, we're enabling CFOs to go from maybe annual or biannual planning cycles to get into monthly rolling forecasting by removing a lot of the friction from that process.
Rowan, we've seen recent times your acquisition of Plannuh. Can you tell us what
What Plannuh is?
What Plannuh is,
Sure. So Plannuh is now the marketing module of Planful. So as you think about what I just discussed earlier in helping the Office of the CFO get just outside the Office of the CFO and help all the business units with what they need to do, us in marketing, I'm a CMO, we have a very specific set of needs and challenges and pains with our financial processes. And the acquisition of Plannuh is helping Planful solve those for many of our customers and future customers. So as we think about that process, there's the financial reconciliation process that we have to go through with accounting. And then there's also all of the spend management processes that the FP&A teams are typically looking for marketing to say, how are you forecasting? Where are you to spend? And then, as good finance and good CFOs should always be doing, they're putting pressure on us to prove our ROI. And so Plannuh solves all of those problems through our planning, budgeting, expense management, and then ROI calculations.
Rowan, can you share some of the benefits of partnering with organisations like Forpoint in the market here?
Yeah, so firstly, at Planful, we really focus heavily on partnerships and who we partner with. And so bringing someone like Forpoint into the partner ecosystem is a really important decision for us. It's something that, we want to deliver the best customer experience to our customers. And we see partners as a big extension of that, primarily because as a software vendor, it's hard to have all the expertise in all these different areas of the challenges of the Office of the CFO. And so by partnering with folks like yourselves, Forpoint, we're able to augment our skill sets and bring in new skill sets. Forpoint has fantastic depth and breadth in the Office of CFO. Like us, very customer focused. So bringing a partner on to help expand and bring Planful to the APAC market is really important to us.
So Rowan, do you have 3 words that sum up your working experience with Forpoint?
Yeah, friendly, experts, and relatable, I think.
So Rowan, what are the plans for Planful in the APAC market over the next few years?
Yeah, we see this as a big opportunity for Planful specifically, and primarily because of all those challenges that I described earlier. The increasing pressure on the CFO. These challenges are not industry specific and they're not geography specific. They're occurring all over the globe with all sorts of size of businesses. As Planful continues on its growth journey, we want to bring our offering and our solutions to markets like Australia and New Zealand and even further, right, off into parts of Asia. And so as we think about our 3 to 5 year plan here, it's to continue on the amazing foundation that we've built here in APAC. We've got some fantastic customers out here, and we want to continue to evangelize the product here. Bring the brand name here. I know that's something not a lot of people here in APAC have heard of Planful, and they might have heard of some of our bigger, larger competitors. So that's my job to go and fix, along with partners like yourself. And I need help doing it. It's hard to do things alone. As I said before, fast time to value, which I know people really love around here. Great customer experience, and growing up here, I know people love working and collaborating together, and it's not just a business transaction, it's about a partnership, and that's what Planful offers.
I've got some quick questions
Sure.
for you. All Blacks or Wallabies?
Wallabies and Brumbies, just to be really clear.
What's your favourite part of Australia?
I grew up on the south coast of New South Wales. I grew up in a place called Kiama, but that whole coastline all the way up from Kiama through to the top of Wollongong and Stanwell Park. That'd be my favourite place in Australia.
Nice. Where did you grow up? Just did that.
In Wollongong, in Kiama and Wollongong, and I went to high school in Canberra.
And who or what can't you live without?
Coffee and my wife and kids.